Greetings, beloved beings of light. Hope your day is most beautiful and blessed. We're having the most glorious, beautiful day here on Pachamama. I wanted to record a special video for all of you in this powerful sacred portal here in Washington. I have this beautiful river behind me here, a beautiful waterfall. This is the Lewis River. It's glacial fed from our sacred, beloved Mount St. Helens to the north. So we have some powerful energy flowing in through this portal. I wanted to create a very special transmission for all of you, and gratitude, appreciation for all of you that support us in our work and mission, for all of you that joined us in our fundraiser and the auctions that we had. And thank you all for supporting us, for your purchasing the items we had for auction, for sending donations. Angels of the New Earth, you're literally buying us more time online, so we're very grateful. We thank you very much. A couple of these very powerful spiritual items, the Mongolian crystal and Andara crystal, sent them out today. They'll be heading to a very special portal in Puerto Rico in the tropics there. So that's Atlantean energy. It's very important that these find their home. So we'll let you know how that goes next month. We'll probably be doing more auctions, and we'll be doing these fundraisers until our divine dispensations come in, or if things change. We'll let you know as we go through. We do believe our divine dispensations are coming soon, so we're holding the energies of this abundance, the wealth transfer, all these things for our family and for all of you out there. We know it's coming soon, but until then, we'll keep doing what we can to help make ends meet. So I'm going to transmit some knowledge, some information, and then I'm going to play some flute for you all to end this special transmission. Also, I wanted to create something different for this new moon in Taurus. So this day, this is a Thor's day, the day of Thor, Thursday, April 24th. The sun's shining, the skies are blue. As I hike down to the river here, this waterfall behind me, the smells of nature, so beautiful. We have these Christos, these crystalline codes coming in, this Christos Sophia energy, the Buddha energy. So we'll transmit some of the gnosis of Buddha mind, of Christ consciousness, and the beautiful evergreens and pines. It's the smell of nature, and these green energies, the mosses are flourishing. The energies are very powerful, very strong. We have this energy of the Taurus moon. You see, most of you know I'm Taurian energy. I came in on the 510 portal to our Mayan people. Every year, 510, May 10 is Mother's Day. So I come in honor of the Great Mother, of the Goddess energy, which I transmit to you each day in the daily transmissions. So this portal here, I'm going to go to a couple more to record some flute. I didn't want to be too close to the waterfall because it'll drown out my voice. Hopefully you can hear this okay. So I'll be releasing this on the new moon this Sunday, the day of the sun. April 27th is the new moon. This is the Buddha moon, the feminine moon. Very powerful, which will lead us to the 5-5 portal, which I'll talk a little bit here in a few minutes about this most powerful 5-5. And we're in this day of enlightenment, Purnima. Purnima is Buddha enlightenment. And Buddha birth, Buddha Nirvana, it symbolizes many things. The life of Buddha, which is the awakened one, which is really the mind of truth, the mind of love, the heart of love, just like Christ. It means the same thing, basically, as Christ energy. See, we try to simplify things. Now, very funny story, or not so funny. Oh, we got the American Dipper flying by. She's the only true songbird, the songbird that swims under the water. The water diver songbird, one of the only songbirds that swim underwater here in North America. So I came here. This portal's about 20 minutes from where my sacred Condor and our children are staying right now. And I came here, got ready to record this, brought all my equipment, tripod, lenses, beverage, in case if I get thirsty. As I set up, I forgot my camera, the body of the camera. So I called my sacred Condor, is the camera on our dresser? She said, yeah, and she felt bad because she knew I was here at this spot, so I had to drive back home. I was trying to get an early start today, but I've been on the road for about an hour to bring this to all of you, so I had to drive back home, get the body, come back, and then hike back down to the river. So it's an interesting day, you know. You can't make this shift up. You know, I say that all the time. So one of the things I witnessed today as the witness, as the Nawal, these intrusive thoughts, these intruders, I call them, the negative thoughts that are coming into the minds and penetrating the heart of our good people. You know, these concepts of fear, of evil, of negativity, negative thoughts, we'll call them. You see, the great mind, the great Christian, Walter Russell, one of the greatest geniuses, he would teach that evil exists only in the mind of man. You know, there's no evil star, no evil tree. See, it's our understanding. See, that's the garden of the good and evil, you know, the concept of duality. You see, we must understand and realize that separation only exists within the simulation. You see, within this matrix, within this world of duality and samsara and suffering, we experience this seemingly separation. Things seem to be separate and divided. Conflicts come out of this separation. So the Buddha taught, you know, that all things are perfectly awakened Buddhas. You know, we say, you know, if we transmit this knowledge, this truth that God is all things everywhere and God is good, so that makes everything good. The mind immediately, in general, wants to conjure up something evil. Like, what about murderers and rapists, all these things? And it's like, yes, we experience these things. They exist within the simulation, but they are not real. They are what we call temporal, just like the simulation, what many call Maya or the Matrix, is not real. It's temporal. But while we're in it, it seems real, and it feels real, and it sounds real. Our senses tell us, constant feedback loop, that what we're experiencing in this dream is actually real. It's not a dream. But once you wake up from the dream, you realize that you're dreaming. You see, we might question or ask, how did I get here? How did this happen? Creation, or why am I here? All these things that on the spiritual path and the path of knowledge, the path of truth, you might question your reality. So we go back, you know, to understand what got us here and to understand the simulation itself and to understand reality. You see, we use concepts to point to the truth. They're not the truth themselves, but the mind needs concepts to understand, you know, our path, to understand reality, to practice our arts. There's a beautiful winged nation. She's dancing over there. She just sang to us. I don't know if you heard that beautiful songbird, the American Dipper. They're thriving around here, which is a beautiful sign because they'll only live in a healthy environment. So we go back to the beginning of time, and realize the state of consciousness. You see, when we say evil exists only in the mind of man, we realize from an awakened state, from our higher self, that what we believe to be reality is really our perception. It's our consciousness. It's our belief systems. And we project that out into the field. You see, the field itself is neutral. This is why many of our New Earth scribes, our ascended masters, teach divine neutrality. Find that middle path. You see, I'm a man of the Tao, of the way. I'm a man of God, a messenger of God, of truth, to bring to all of you the gnosis, the knowledge of your true nature. Many call Buddha mind, Christ consciousness. You could call it love. You see, Christ is love. Let's simplify things. You see, the mind of man wants to overcomplicate things and turn truth into stories and confuse and manipulate and control. These are the things that come out of ignorance. You see, in Buddhism, we don't even generally use the term evil. We use ignorance, which is not knowing, not knowing your true self, your true mind, which causes suffering. It's the ignorance and attachment to false projections that cause suffering. But when we realize that I am that I am, this is the awakened state of consciousness, enlightenment. You free yourself from that. You still live in the game. You still live in the simulation. You still live in this dream, but from a higher perspective. You see, the eagle, as I embody white gold eagle for all of you in Christ consciousness, divine masculine, and also as the dragon. You see, the dragon is the protector and the keeper of wisdom, the wisdom keepers. The eagle is the visionary, seeing from a higher perspective. So I was the dragon for many years and transformed into the eagle when I met my sacred Condor. So I can embody either at will, to protect my family as the dragon, or to teach as the seer, as the shaman, as the healer. That all of you also can embody. If you're not in this moment, all things are possible when you realize your true nature. So what I witnessed today, these intrusive thoughts of these evil concepts, you see, the dark ones, the false ones, those that are embodied, the Antichrist. Now let us also simplify Antichrist. They want to put that in a person, one being. Christ meaning love. So what is the Antichrist? Any person that hates love, that hates truth, anyone that fights against love or tries to destroy love could be called an Antichrist. You can just say anti-love, or nefarious ones, or ignorant ones. Because in the ignorance of the love of the I am, they play those stories. They project that concept of evil into this realm and force that upon the mind of man to keep the story going of separation, of suffering, of duality. But we're here, angels of the new earth. We have many little creatures. I have this pool of water. We have these skimmers on top, little fish, tiny little fish, and other little creatures swimming all around me. They're very precious, Gaia's children. We're surrounded by her gifts. So I witnessed today some intrusive thoughts, and I realized, to present to all of you how to overcome, with the power of the mind, with the power of your heart. We can laugh at these things. When I see these negative thoughts coming in, these negative feelings, I ask myself, can I allow myself to feel them? Well, these little skippers just jumped across the rocks and jumped into the water. You can ask yourself, can I allow myself to feel whatever it is you're feeling? And then could I let that feeling go? See, it's all about letting go of that which no longer serves us. You see, in these final days of the false matrix, as these dark ones try to project through false simulations, through what I call interference patterns. Some, yes, is used through technology, some through projections. Like most of this is technology, but some is energy. It's all energy ultimately, but some are using, the physical vessels or these NPCs, non-player characters, we call, the people that are just living out a program, programmed in the DNA that may not awaken. But our angels, all of you, our starseeds, New Earth angelics, came into this realm to shift all of this. So we become the witness, so we don't become attached to these thoughts or let these thoughts penetrate into our heart. You see, these things are projected into our brain, and when we witness them, we can either laugh at them, release them, let them go. I just do that. Have someone standing up watching this little lecture. They can't hear what I'm saying, but they probably think it's funny that I'm talking to this camera. You see, all around us are many distractions, but as long as we stay in our heart, we walk our path. You see, the Buddha created the middle path. You see, I've been to the highest high and the lowest low, and everywhere in between. And now I choose to walk the middle path with heart, which is the path of harmony, the path of balance, the path of the Tao, which is the way. You stay in this state as best as we can. I know many times we get pulled to the left, to the right, up or down, get pulled into these false narratives, these false concepts of the construct of the matrix. But to stay present, stay fully present, we use our breath. You breathe deep into the body. The breath is one of our greatest tools, one of our greatest assets. The breath brings us into the now, into the body, filling our body with prana, with chi. Chi is energy, just like ki. Chi is Chinese, ki Japanese. It's the same thing. Different words pointing to the same truth of energy. So walk in the middle path. We conserve our energy, our chi. We cultivate chi with our qigong, which means energy work, our energy practices. With our qigongs, our meditations, we cultivate chi. We fill our body with the presence of God, with the holy energy of Source. It is surrounding us. It is within us. It is everywhere. There is no separation. Even within the simulation is oneness, but things appear to be separate. Then we believe in those separations, and we believe in these concepts of evil, and then we project that out into the field, creating things that we call evil things or nefarious things. So we don't hide from them or run from them or ignore them. We witness them and know exactly what they are. Constructs of the matrix. And then we rise above them, not to avoid or push them away, but to integrate all aspects of ourselves and realize even the shadow, our shadow self is good. Our shadow self teaches us many lessons. And we see many of our people holding on to these traumas, suffering, sicknesses, pain, all these things. And they rise up in all of us daily. But we use our tools, our healing energy, our Reiki energy, our universal life force to transform, to release, and to build, to expand. You see, everything expands and contracts. The in-breath, the out-breath. You see, in the very beginning, the mind of God, we could say, or the mind of Creator, Buddha mind, realized its true nature, woke up from the unconscious, or we could say the superconscious, or the void, emptiness, and realized that I am, which created the turning of the wheel of karma and samsara. And then that mind which we call pure awareness or consciousness, perception, created the original sin. See, sin doesn't mean something bad. It means the sine wave, the pulse of the universe, the expansion, the contraction. And through this expansion and contraction, this ebb and flow, this rise and fall, is the Trinity, the duality, the yin, the yang. You see, the emptiness is the yin, the yang is the form. Water and fire come together in the middle to return to source. So both manifest together. There's this concept of the chicken or the egg come first. The chicken symbolizes form, or the masculine, the yang energy. The egg symbolizes the feminine, the emptiness, the void, the womb, the divine feminine. So the mind wants to say, what came first? We think one had to come before the other, because we think linearly. But when you realize that both had to manifest together for either to exist, they are intrinsically linked, meaning one cannot exist without the other. Emptiness cannot exist without form, and form cannot exist without emptiness. That is why in the Heart Sutra of Avalokitesvara, he would teach, you see, Avalokitesvara is the bodhisattva of compassion that reincarnates for all eternity until all sentient beings are freed from the simulation, from Maya, from samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Would teach. Then Avalokitesvara in Sanskrit. Sanskrit became Kuan Yin or Kuan Yin, in Chinese and Japanese. And then became feminine, started as masculine. He would teach emptiness is form and form is emptiness, because one cannot exist without the other. You see my form because I'm surrounded by emptiness, and you see the emptiness all around me because you see my form. If everything was emptiness, it would be nothing. If everything was form, it would be nothing. So the mind wants to think, if it's not this, it's got to be that, or if it's not that, it's got to be this, because we think in terms of duality. But when we transcend and rise above the simulation, we realize that this is that and that is this. That is the paradox. That's the paradox of the matrix. Is that we're within the matrix with our individual consciousness, but we're also one at the same time. When we realize this, it assists us in our path of freedom. I came here into this realm, my sacred Condor. You see, I was a dragon sitting in his cave, like Bodhidharma, the first patriarch of Zen, first patriarch of meditation in Japanese, sitting in the cave for 9 years. 11 times 9, 99, Tengri, connect shaman to source. There's our little American Dipper flying by again, transmitting her beautiful song. The song of nature, the song of God. That energy is just so exquisite and beautiful. We smile, 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 ground, ground, ground. Try to get out to nature, anchor into the earth, walk barefoot on the earth. This helps you connect to the Great Mother, to Mother Earth, to Gaia, and to help heal your body. You see, it's the negative ions that's stored, this magnetic field around the earth, that we bring these ions into our body to neutralize free radicals, which are positive ions, which are good, but if they take over, cause inflammation. So this helps neutralize. This will help with ascension symptoms too, standing barefoot on the earth. We call it grounding, or earthing. It's part of our healing practices, and also meditation, yoga. We have many practices. I teach many things on Patreon at whitegoldeagle.com. You can join us on there for many teachings. So this energy coming through, we have this Taurus new moon, Taurian energy. This is a fixed earth sign, meaning unmovable, unchangeable. You see, very stubborn. Us bulls, I was also born in the year of Ox, 73, 1010 portal. The 1-0, see the 1-0, the binary code. It's in the Yi Ching. The 1, it's a switch. 1 is on, 0 off. 0 emptiness, 1 form, 1 yang, 0 yin. You see, this flows through all spiritual teachings, esoteric teachings. Gnosis of our ancients taught these for thousands of years. These concepts I bring to you, these teachings of the way, of the Tao, of the Buddha, of the Christ. You see, I bring all religions together, all spiritual arts, to say we're all talking about the same creator. Let's stop this fighting, bickering. We can resolve all things perfectly right now in the unborn, eternal mind of Buddha. See, Buddha mind is pure awareness. When we live from that pure awareness, which is the still white magnetic light at the center of all things. It's the center of your being. It's the center of the solar system. It's the center of the galaxy, the center of the universe. It's a hologram. Each part is the whole thing, or represents the whole thing. So you are the whole universe, You are one with God. See, the mediocrity of the matrix of the world wants to teach you you are less than. I teach equality and unity. You already know. I don't need to teach you duality. You know it well. I don't need to teach you suffering. You know it well. But I teach how to resolve suffering. I teach how to resolve pain. To become one with the shadow, through shadow work, meaning diving deep within. I've been to the darkest of darkest and the lightest of light, and everywhere in between, to bring to you these teachings and the knowledge, the gnosis of the way, of the Tao, and then bring the teachings daily in our daily transmissions from our New Earth scribes. They have their own perspective, and I bring it together, my perspective and my sacred condors, as we live in divine union and Heros Gamos, holding the codes of divine union for all of you, for all of humanity. And just know, all of us are on the same mission of planetary liberation. No one is greater than or more important than anyone else. You realize I can't be doing this without you, and you can't do this without me, or the collective. It's not about me. It's really about you. That's why I do these videos and continue teaching every day and transmitting every day until all of humanity is awakened, or till our mission is fully complete. And we're going through these great leaps of consciousness, these great shifts, as we're finalizing and healing from the Kali Yuga, the dark ages, into the age of light, the golden age, Satya Yuga, from our Hindu brothers and sisters, taught this for thousands of years, that in this time, this great awakening, this great shift, that we would go through some of the most challenging times. And we didn't come into this realm because we knew it was easy. We came because we knew it was a challenge and it was hard. So our greatest warriors, our greatest angels came with us on this mission. And many of us have suffered enough, suffered greatly. So we know, we learned that lesson, that we have suffered enough. Now it's time for freedom. It's time for peace. It's time for joy, bliss. It's time for eternal light, eternal light, eternal life. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. I take refuge in Amida Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, of infinite light and infinite life. This is the Nembutsu that was transmitted to me from Sensei Ogoi, one of my senseis. And the last Sifu I trained with, the Gold Dragon Master, transmitted the Kunlun energy to me to transmit to all of you. The Kunlun is the divine feminine. It is the water path, one of the most sacred mountains in China. It's the water path. Sifu, the Gold Dragon, would say, quick, quick. Quick, quick, because the water flows downhill, following the path of least resistance. You see, that's the descension. We're merging the ascension with the descension, the rising. See the Kundalini rising up? That's the fire of ascension. That's the masculine energy fighting against the current. You know, both paths lead to the same source, but you want to take the quick path or the long path. It's up to you. Neither path is good or bad, right or wrong. The ascension path or the Kundalini path is maybe more challenging, more difficult, but each path has its own challenges. None is truly easy. I followed the fire path many years until I joined the water path to help accelerate my ascension, rainbow body activation, light body activation. So real quick, I'm going to transmit for a few more minutes, some more gnosis, and then I'm going to play the flute for all of you. I have to get back to work. I'm going to journey to another waterfall down the road here to create some beautiful video and play some Native American flute for all of you and bring you some more beauty on this most glorious day of the new moon in Taurus, the Taurus fixed sign. The bull also symbolizes the rising sun, symbolizes Buddha mind or enlightenment or your true nature. See, the bull is of the earth. It's feminine energy. It's goddess energy, healing energy, the energy of wisdom. So the energy of the condor. My sacred condor is Aries of the fire. See, we embodied the duality within us. It's the yin within the yang and the yang within the yin. We had to live out this sequence, out this story of this prophecy of the return to nature, the return to self, the return to God or truth, love, whatever name you want to give to source or your highest self, your higher self, your true nature. So feel into the vortex, to the simulation. You see my body starts turning when I tap into the Kunlun energy. This is middle Dandian, heart chakra, heart center. You feel when you quiet the mind, turn off the internal dialogue and smile into your heart. It opens, it blooms, it blossoms, opens like a sacred lotus flower, a lotus blossom. Wow, we have more American dippers flying around here. Don't know if you can see them in the video. They probably look very tiny, a wide angle lens. So coming up on this 5-5 portal, it's very important. See, this is the meeting of ascenders, ascension masters. You see, the 5-5 is this portal. You see, my sacred condor and our children and I went to Mama Bear's house for Ishtar, to celebrate Ishtar in her beautiful sanctuary. Mama Bear's my queen's mother, my sacred condor's mother. We have another little guy here. Who is this? Oh, a little bee. Our little friend here. He has pollen on her legs here. Let's see if I can get closer to show you our little friend that Gaia just brought us. I don't know if you could see her here. Try and hold her steady. I can only focus so close with this lens. This isn't my macro lens. Not sure if you could see this beautiful little angel here. It's one of our friends, little bee nation, bringing us honeys and sweet nectars of the gods. So I spoke with Mama Bear about this 5-5 portal. Landed on my pinky now. This is the heaven element, the water element, the holy waters of Matrika, the creatrix, the holy water, Trike, is sacred divine. That's why in the Matrix they say, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. You see that old commercial back in the 80s or whenever, when we were kids. You say, why is Trika for children? Why they put that out? Because children are free. You know, children are innocent, are pure, more pure. They are living sacredness. That's why we're here, to protect the children, to save the children, to free them by creating a world of beauty, a world of peace, a world of joy, where children can laugh and play and sing free without fear or worry. This is our vision. This is the new earth. So my sacred condor's mother, Mama Bear, now she's on my thumb. Thumb is the earth element. See, she's bringing sacred medicines of the bee nation, of our wing nation. So Mama Bear, we talked about this coming 5-5 portal. It was transmitted to her. She was receiving downloads in her yogic kundalini practices, and also information from a couple of our New Earth scribes. I can't remember, maybe Pam Gregory, maybe Barbara Han Clow, which I may be teaching her stuff. Mama Bear let me know that she's wanting people to teach her stuff because there's something, she has an illness or something. Our divine sister, Barbara Han Clow, she wrote about the 9 dimensions, which if Goddess willing, I may start teaching. She wants people to teach. It's beautiful knowledge, beautiful gnosis that she transmitted, I believe, from the Pleiadians. I read that book many, many moons ago, many years ago. Her book, Barbara Han Clow, on the nine dimensions of consciousness. She has a beautiful music for each of the dimensions. So I used to have the CD. It's probably still back in Cleveland. Most of my books, my libraries, my mother's still guardian of. One day when our divine dispensations come in, I'll be able to move all my books out here to the west. My library of thousands of books, one of the greatest libraries in this realm. So we spoke of this 5-5 every year on the 5-5. It's the gathering in the Himalayan mountains of the Great White Brotherhood, Ascended Masters, our Sisterhood of the Roses, all Ascended Masters, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, come together. And the Buddha comes, Shakyamuni Buddha, also many avatars, Babaji, they join together in this great council to discuss what needs to be done for the coming year. But this year is very special. I might do something special transmission for this 5-5 portal. We'll see. Goddess willing, I'll do it. I thought one of our little friends needed help there for a minute. She flipped over in the water, but righted herself up. This 5-5 portal, Mama Bear told me, which I'll have to do some research on because I haven't heard this. It's a 25-year gathering. So it's a very powerful, very sacred ceremony, gathering of these councils of higher dimensions in this Shambhala portal in the Himalayan mountains to discuss the next 25 years, to see the next process, the next step of this planetary liberation and freedom in the light. So just be aware, and Mama Bear and I discussed how we can join in this etherically. You can go there astrally to be a witness to this great gathering, this great council of the greatest minds of the infinite multiverse are gathering here on this very special sacred time of this great shift, of this great awakening. So you can go there in meditation Just put your awareness during the 5-5 on the 5-5 day, May 5th, this coming May 5th, a couple weeks here. You can join, all with good intentions, all with a pure heart can join. You're all welcome. And I can connect right now with these masters, Saint Germain and archangels, Michael and Gabriel. If you just turn off your internal dialogue and just put your awareness into Archangel Michael, you'll get a message. I generally don't channel these higher beings. I go directly to source. It's neither good, bad, right, or wrong. It takes a lot more chi for me to connect with some of these intermediaries, we might call them, or emissaries. You don't need them, but they are beautiful and have beautiful messages and are part of our team, and I connect with them. I've communicated with them many times over the years, but it takes a lot more of my chi. It's not one of my CDs, but I'm trained in connecting with these higher beings and higher dimensions. So if we connect with Archangel Michael, or Avatar, Babaji of the Kriya Yoga lineage, you'll start feeling their energy surrounding you and filling your body with the gold light of the Christ light, Christ consciousness, of love, of infinite source creator. Go directly to source. Doesn't matter. Whatever resonates with you, whatever your path is, pick that path and go all the way with it. We let go of all distractions and shiny object syndromes and focus our full attention and intention on our mission and hold the visions of the higher path of the new earth, whatever that means to you. See it, feel it, know it, and be it. Be the change you want to see in the world. Sake na, okay? In la kech alakin. So I'm going to end this transmission for all of you. Now play some flute and put together some beautiful footage of these waterfalls and river, and hopefully I can get some pictures and videos of the American Dipper hanging out around here. So have a most beautiful, blessed new moon in Taurus, the bull, and feel the love and the light of infinite source creator, Gaia, our rainbow tribe of new earth. We're all here together in our blue hand tribe of the blue ray. I am Keen 47, blue galactic hand of our universal alliance of light, Commander Eagle of our New Jerusalem. Actually, my sacred Condor is the commander. I'm second in command. Of course, Divine Goddess must lead the way. I'm just here for the ride. Aho! Have a most beautiful, blessed day. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste. Aho!